GTN Radio. Hear the difference.
Now the news. I'm Tian Yu. Chinese President Xi Jinping has extended festive greetings and best wishes to the country's working people ahead of International Workers' Day, which falls on May the 1st. He also urged governments at all levels to protect workers' legitimate rights and interests and help them solve their problems and difficulties. The Sudanese Health Ministry says the deadly clashes in Sudan has killed over 500 people and wounded nearly 4,600. It says the extension of the ceasefire brought relative calm to most of the country's states except for West Darfur and the capital Khartoum. The armed conflict between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary rapid support forces has entered the third week. Foreign countries are racing to evacuate their citizens, and tens of thousands of Sudanese are escaping the war-ravaged country for safety. A shooting at a home in southeast Texas has left 5 people dead, including an 8-year-old. A suspect armed with an AR-15 style rifle is still on the run following the incident late Friday night. Sean Caleb's reports.
Authorities say the people who live next door asked 39-year-old Francisco Oropeza to stop shooting his AR-15 in his yard because it was keeping their baby from sleeping. Oropeza answered by opening fire on his neighbors. 5 people are dead, including an 8-year-old child. 2 women were killed as they shielded other children from being murdered by the gunman. The U.S. is on pace for a record number of mass shootings in 2023. Those victimized by gun violence have had enough. Students and others in Uvalde, Texas, made their feelings known. Last year, 19 students and 2 teachers were killed at an elementary school. Texas state lawmakers say shootings are the leading cause of death among the young in their state, but so far, no gun control legislation has been approved.
A survey shows around 95% of people in Japan felt that prices had risen compared to 1 year ago. The nationwide survey was conducted mostly in February with nearly 2,000 respondents aged 20 or over. It showed that most respondents increased spending went to food, followed by daily necessities and electric appliances. Japan's Consumer Price Index, which excludes volatile fresh food prices, rose 3.1% in March. A gas leak from a factory has killed at least 11 people and left several others hospitalized in the North Indian state of Punjab. Reports say there is a possible gas contamination, and the National Disaster Response Force is retrieving samples. The 5-day May Day holiday in China is underway. Authorities said the country's railways handled about 20 million passenger trips on Saturday, a record high in terms of single-day passenger traffic. The China Tourism Academy expects about 240 million tourism trips during the holiday season. Tickets to some popular tourist sites across the country, such as the Summer Palace and the Palace Museum, have sold out during the holiday. An aviation expert says China looks set to lead the global aviation industry in the next 20 years. Stefano Bronzi, head of Airports Council International Asia Pacific, says he's looking forward to a rapid growth of the Chinese aviation market in the years to come.
We foresee Chinese airports and the Chinese market in aviation to grow by 7% every year up to 2014 compared to the 2021 levels, which means a contribution to additional traffic by more than 2 billion passengers. China will add 2 billion passengers in the future up to 2041.
Official data shows the Purchasing Managers Index for China's manufacturing sector came in at 49.2 in April, down from 51.9 in March. A reading above 50 indicates expansion, while a reading below reflects contraction. The official non-manufacturing PMI stood at 56.4 in April, compared with 58.2 in March. In sports, China will play in Group B with Serbia, Puerto Rico, and South Sudan at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. A draw for the tournament was held Saturday evening. The World Cup will run from August 25th to September the 10th, with the games of Group B to be played in Manila, the Philippines. And that's the news. I'm Tian Yu.